Republicans that want to be obstreperous want it because they don't want to Biden win.
Right.
They don't want Biden to be as successful and his administration to be as successful as it can and as it has been.
Oh yes, I'm back again with another episode about The View. Today it happens to be the lovable Sunny Hostin. That was a joke. Sunny Hostin can't help but show her disdain for everyone. But in this one, she basically is showing us how much she dislikes her co-host. Okay? She doesn't believe anything they say. She doesn't like anything they say, especially if it goes against her narrative. She's trying to tell Alyssa Farah and the rest of us that there really is no border crisis. And if there is, it's the Republicans' fault. Take a look at this.
Republicans that want to be obstreperous want it because they don't want to Biden win.
Right.
They don't want Biden to be as successful and his administration to be as successful as it can and as it has been. The thing that I really think people need to understand about immigration, it's not a crisis. It's something that has been an issue in our country from the very beginning. That, you know, immigrants are bringing in all the fentanyl into this country.
We're not. That's not true. We're talking about drug cartels that exploit a port of foreign. No one is saying economic migrants to this country.
Yes, because
no one is saying
you
that.
did say earlier there's fentanyl being.
That's where the 90% of the fentanyl in this country comes across the southern border.
It's actually
where do the opioids come from?
That's related. I hear this argument a lot of, well, Republican border states actually get more funding, so this is their problem. They are so overwhelmed, even with that additional funding. Then you have Mayor Eric Adams begging for help from the Biden administration. Yeah. They had kids stay home from classrooms for a few days to house migrants, and they went to remote learning.
But what do you say about a Governor Abbott who's getting $1 million to handle the crisis, and he's sending everyone here to the governor?
It's not enough because it's not enough money. I've seen the.
Why doesn't he send any money? Why doesn't he send any money? He's keeping the money.
And what's funny about that? She can't even get the words out because she knows how ridiculous it's going to sound. Okay? She's blaming all this border situation, which we all know is out of control, on the Republicans because they don't want a Biden win and they don't want Biden to be successful as he is now. You heard it right. Sunny Hostin is telling us that the Biden administration has been nothing but successful since 2020. And I'm here to tell you, we all know that is a fairy tale. And then she'll say that there is no border crisis. It's been going on for years and years. And yes, that may be true. There has always been a problem with illegal border crossings. But nothing ever in the history of our great country have we seen the amount of illegal migrants coming over our borders since Joe Biden became president in 2020. Last December alone, there were over 300,000 illegal crossings. And you can put that 300K into the over 7 million people who have been let into this country. They blame everyone. They blame Republican congressional leaders that they don't want to give them money. They don't want to help the Biden administration. They don't want more border protection. But if you remember, very recently, Joe Biden is having federal agents cut down razor wire that Texas has installed to stop the influx of migrants. And at the end of that clip, some words come across the bottom, and if you have to go back and see it, I think you should. They write, Trump is blowing up the border talks. So once again, The View is blaming a former president for the influx of illegal immigration into the United States. How is Trump blowing up border talks? He's not the president of the United States. He may be talking to people about it, but he has zero to do with the problem we have today that was simply caused by the Biden administration's open border policies. And as we also know, Mayorkas is going to be impeached in Congress, and he calls the allegations baseless. Mayorkas claims that he is dedicated to serving this country and stopping the influx of migration, and it has zero to do with his leadership. When that, we know, is a fairy tale also. Every position, every cabinet position that Joe Biden has filled, they have all failed. Transportation, Mayor Pete, failure. Mayorkas, failure. The FBI director, failure. Everyone. This border problem is a Democrat problem, it's a liberal problem, and it's a left-wing liberal media problem because they continue to tell us there isn't a problem. Let the people come. There's nothing wrong with that, but do it the right way. How many times do these Democrats have to hear it? The border crisis today was caused by Joe Biden's open border policies. Bottom line, end of story. There is no other reason. Every year since God knows when, since I was a kid, which was a long time ago, there have been illegal border crossings, but nothing like we are seeing today. These people are coming into our country and being spread out all over the United States, and no one knows what they're doing. But cities like New York and California, they're blaming Chicago, they're blaming the governor of Texas for shipping these people out because Texas simply cannot handle the volume, and they shouldn't have to because they don't claim to be a sanctuary state. This is not a Republican problem. This is a Democrat problem. But The View, the number one propaganda talk show in the country, wants us to believe that there's no crisis. And if there is, it's Donald Trump's fault. And the Republicans just don't want Biden to succeed and be as successful as he's been since 2020. That clip right there should be on Comedy Central. That's how funny it is. But these people actually believe what they say. And their woke followers will take that information and then they'll start spreading it all around. Sunny Hostin said this, and we know she's right. They are absolutely ridiculous. They make up fairy tales every time the cameras go on, and they think the American people are that stupid that we're going to believe that there's no problem in our borders, that Trump caused it all, and that right now, as probably thousands of people are coming through the borders this minute, it's because Trump is blowing up border talks. He's the reason why the Biden administration can't stop it. And we all know that's false. Have a great day.